Hello, my name is Stan Skadal. I'm Director of Sales at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in downtown Houston. Our history with our Convention and Visitors Bureau has dated back to the mid-70s when the Hyatt Regency was first opened. My personal history goes back to late 1980s, 1989 to be exact. Visitors Bureau, the city was able to win one of the most prestigious shows to come to any city, and that is the G7 Economic Summit. It was a tremendous event where the Hyatt Regency Houston was able, because of the Bureau's efforts, to win the headquarters status as press headquarters, and this really helped the economic stature of our property that year. Shortly following that, the Bureau took on the arduous task of bidding on the Republican National Convention for 1992. Obviously a citywide convention with the help of Reliant Stadium, or now Reliant Stadium, then the Astrodome. We were able to land again the headquarters status for that prestigious event during the summer of 2002. Unique to this was the Bureau's efforts with Major League Baseball. This was a very interesting effort on the part of the Bureau in that in order to win the bid, they had to convince Major League Baseball, as well as the Astros, to go on the longest road trip in the history of Major League Baseball, and that record still stands. So our Bureau took a lead role in not only making that happen, so that the city then could go ahead and win the bid to host the Republican National Convention in 1992. Shortly after that, another reason why we've been so adamant with the support of the Bureau is that the Bureau undertook going against Las Vegas to beat them for the headquarters city for one of the world's largest conventions, home builders. Not only did our Bureau win it for the city in 1 year, they won it in 3 consecutive years, 1995, 96, and 97. This had a tremendous economic impact to all members throughout the city of Houston by that strong effort. In 1991, in 2001, the city took on a new tack, sort of a new event, one that a lot of people looked funny at, by going after WrestleMania in 2001. A lot of people laugh about this, but there was over 35 countries represented. The Reliant Stadium sold out, or then as the Astrodome, sold out in less than 7 minutes and had over 72,000 fans attend that huge event from all over the United States and the world, and really put us once again on the map for a great weekend occurrence. Following that, they went back after it a second time and won it for 2009. In both cases, the Hyatt Regency, a longtime supporter of the Bureau, was headquarters hotel for both events. On a different note, away from conventions, the Bureau also works for international travel and bringing international travelers to our city. The Bureau went out and submitted a bid to host La Cumbre. La Cumbre is an organization of travel agents and people who have international travel needs from mostly Central and South America. The city won this event, and during this event, just to show you the Bureau doesn't just sell, they also service, Katrina struck. And we had evacuees in the George R. Brown Convention Center, and their trade show, less than 3 weeks out, had to be moved to Minute Maid Park. Now luckily, the Astros were out of town, and by the strong efforts of the Convention and Visitors Bureau, they were able to move this trade show in a matter of weeks. And you're talking about fire marshal regulations, you're talking about floor plans that need to get approved, a Herculean effort to move that trade show. Although across the street, it took many, many man-hours on the part of our Bureau and service staff to make this happen. And the end result was, the meeting planner was ecstatic over the trade show. So just another reason why we've been a supporter of our Bureau for many years. Again, with the individual business traveler in mind, the Bureau went out, solicited, and won NBTA, National Business Travel Association, one of the biggest travel shows in America. They left with rave reviews about Houston and our Bureau as well, along with all the member organizations that supported that event. Another thing that I feel strongly about with our Bureau and how they work is that during the worst of Ike, when we were trying to move groups and everything, the Bureau took an active role in not only getting those groups to move, but also salvaging them for the city. They didn't leave the city, they simply moved dates to accommodate. So it was a true full team effort on the part of the Bureau with all the members associated with our Convention and Visitors Bureau. A couple things I'd like to point out. As a member of the Bureau, one of the strongest things I've seen them do recently is the website. If you haven't been to the Greater Houston Convention and Visitors Bureau website, it is truly, and not only by our terms, but by our competitors' terms, probably the best city bureau site in America, certainly of our competitive set. So I strongly suggest you look at that because it's interactive, it is updated on a regular basis, and it is a true window into the city of Houston. Lastly, I'd like to say that one of the things that I think the Bureau has done the best at recently is serving all members. There was a time early on when they were kind of looked at as only serving the big hotels. They now actively go after small meetings, large meetings, intermittent meetings, all areas of our city, from airports to Greenspoint to Galleria to West Houston. They are an active participant bringing new revenues to all of its members. Thank you.